Hello, lovely souls. In today's video, I'm going to be diving into understanding more about karmic and third-party dynamics, because this is a common theme that comes up for a lot of us that are on the twin flame journey. So if you're new to my channel, welcome. My name is Melissa, and this is the sacredness within you. I created this channel to help those of you that are on this journey with me help rediscover the sacredness that lies within you. And I do this by sharing what it is that I've learned on this journey, and then also to how I've applied it to my life, so you can really start cultivating and creating the life that your heart desires. And to not only that, like, heal the inner feminine and inner masculine within you, but also to heal the wounds within the feminine collective. And so I am an intuitive guide and coach, and I am also a Reiki master. So I like to combine inner work with healing energy, because it's really is what has allowed me to create a new reality for myself and heal in ways that feel more aligned and more nurturing for me and for myself and my soul. And in today's topic, I want to talk about karmic and third-party dynamics, because this is really something that is really a common theme in a lot of twin flame dynamics. Because the one thing we have to understand and realize is that as twin flames, we're here to heal and clear various templates in terms of relationships that are embodied and encoded in the planet. And we do this through our own healing journey and through the reflection of what it is that our twin flame is mirroring to us. Because third-party energy is a very strong template that is encoded in many of us. And when I say encoded, it's in our DNA. It has been passed down from generation to generation. And some of us, such as myself, were born in that energy of third-party dynamics. And if you're not familiar with what third-party energy is, or what I mean by third-party dynamic, it means that there is another energy or influence outside of the couple. So in this case, when I say I was born into third-party energy, my dad was actually married to another woman and had her pregnant at the same time that he had met my mom and had gotten my mom pregnant. And so he was unfaithful to his wife with my mom. And so I was born into that energy. So talk about not only having this template, from, the collective, out there, but also too, it's within me. And so this is something that I've spent a lot of time doing work on, a lot of healing, a lot of inner work, because I really believe when we combine the powers of inner work and energy healing, it creates this transformation that is really beautiful within you. And it's almost like a seamless transition. And it's really quite beautiful. And it's this dance of, awareness, inner work, healing, energy healing, awareness, inner work, energy healing. And the beautiful thing about energy healing is it helps you heal the root cause of why something is manifesting into your reality. Because Reiki can do no harm. Reiki knows exactly where it needs to go in the highest good for whoever it is that's receiving this energy. And so once we are aware of this conditioning, these patterns, these codes that are embodied in us, we can then start to do that inner work around some things and then shift to that energy healing. And that's why, like, moving forward, I'm really hoping that my videos that I can create some healing, within, in my channel, to be able to help you do this work, and then a week or so later receive some healing from that. So this is something that you could look forward to and allow yourself to receive this beautiful energy, because third-party dynamics, I can tell you, have been played out in every single one of my relationships, in terms of romantic relationships, with every man that I was with. Sometimes it was work. Sometimes it was an addiction to video games. Sometimes it was other women. And oftentimes it could have been an addiction to sex, to alcohol, to drugs, or even food. So it can show up in different ways. But the way that I really want to speak about it today is in terms of another human being intervening into this connection, which creates like a separation between two people. And as we know, on planet Earth, there's this separation consciousness that is really plaguing all of us. And this separation consciousness really can infiltrate in different areas of our lives. And so with the third party dynamics, the part that I want to share with you first and really identify and really open you up to a new perspective is around the karmic relationships, excuse me, with your divine masculine. So oftentimes what happens is when we come together as twins, we meet one another, we go through our initial stages of the journey. Some of us go into separation. Actually, most of us do. It's a phase of the journey that is kind of essential right now, but I hope sometime down the road it doesn't need to be this way. Or we can at least shorten the amount of time in terms of which separation occurs. But it's within the twin flame community that people really believe that these karmic connections are here to help heal the masculine. Like he has karma to clear with her before we can come into union with them. Or he has to go through this to learn whatever he needs to learn from her because we can't teach that to him. And there is some truth to it. But that's not the only reason why these connections occur. Because remember, if your twin flame is you in another body, you are one. So if he's going through something and you can see something within him, you have to turn around and say, where am I still embodying that? How do I have that same thing? So if he's in third party dynamics, you have to be able to say, okay, he's in this. So what part of me is attracting this into my reality? Because here's the thing. These karmic relationships are just as much to heal the masculine as they are to heal the feminine. I want you to sit with that for a little bit. Place your hand on your heart and really drop into your body and really feel into what you feel in regards to that statement. The karmic relationship is not only there to heal the masculine, but it's also there to heal the feminine. Because remember, like attracts like. And so just close your eyes and really feel into that. What is coming up for you? Where do you feel this in your body? What truth is wanting to surface for you in regards to this dynamic, these karmic connections with you and your twin? And I want you to be able to take your focus off of him and her and shift your focus onto what is this woman trying to teach me? Or this man, perhaps. What is this person trying to teach me about me? First thing that comes to my mind is some of you have given your power away to this karmic. I know I did. And it's taken me a few karmic relationships to really understand how this was here to also help me evolve and to step into my power and to step into who it is that I am today. I allowed her to teach me and heal me. And so what is she showing you that you need to be able to see within yourself? Some of you need to take back your power from her. You've given it away to that person. And frankly, you've given it away to others as well. But you've given it away and you said, well, this is how it has to be. He has to go through this experience with her. I'm playing small. I am not allowing myself to dim my lights. I'm not allowing myself to embody my true essence. I'm allowing her to dictate how I feel. And some of you might have frankly just accepted this, just like, whatever, it is what it is. Like he has to go through that. So part of you is avoiding that work. avoiding of seeing what is there for you because there's so much medicine for you. There's so much. And through this triangulation that we have with our divine masculine and his karmic, is there to teach us to become the woman that we are meant to be. So many of you, myself included, were accepting breadcrumbs when you deserve the whole entire cake or the whole entire loaf of bread. I mean, that's the reality. Is you're allowing things to happen within your reality because you fall into the trap of, well, this is how it has to be as twin flames, or this is what he has to go through, or I want to be able to get whatever I can from him because that's all I deserve. And hopefully one day he's going to choose me. He will never choose you. The divine masculine will never choose the divine feminine until she starts choosing herself. That's one of the things we need to be able to learn, is to choose ourselves, because if he's choosing other women, where are we choosing others instead of us? If he's loving other women, where are we putting the love that we have for others, or the love that we are like seeking within ourselves outside of us, and not turning within to learn how to love ourselves? When we look at this dynamic, what healing can this dynamic bring to you that has occurred between your mother and your father and yourself? For me, it goes back to healing and encoding, like releasing the codes of this energy from within my DNA, because I was born into it. It goes back to me blaming myself for this dynamic happening between my parents because of the conflict that arose between my parents because of me. It's healed the abandonment that I had with my dad when I was 10, when my parents got divorced. It healed the part of me that blames myself for my parents' divorce. The part of me that felt like I needed to play small because I didn't want to hurt my mom's feelings. Where I was playing small in my life and my reality because I didn't want to ruffle the feathers of this other woman that he was with. I didn't want to draw attention to myself. Like, the level of healing that this connection brings to you is deep, and it's vast, and it's wide. And you have to be able to allow yourself to navigate through this, because this connection is also here for a reason. It might be a multitude of reasons. And I encourage you, when you get off this video, to sit down and really evaluate and see your dynamic with your divine masculine and the karmic, and what is it bringing up for you? You know, where are you settling in life and just being okay with status quo? Where are you playing small? What feelings does this connection bring up for you? Are you in avoidance because you're like, it's okay that he's there with her because he has to go through that, and you're just allowing it to happen for you? Or happen, I should say, to you, versus allowing this to happen for you so you can heal from this? Because what part of you is still avoiding the fact that you need to do inner work around this? Because if he's attracting it into his reality, there's a part of you that's also attracting this as well. And it's your responsibility to heal this within you. But this dynamic is also called for us to set healthy boundaries with ourselves. What are we allowing ourselves to accept and not accept in relationships, especially in regards to our divine masculine? What kind of boundaries we need to set for ourselves in terms of how we're going to show up every single day? And then extend that out to What kind of boundaries do I need to set with others in my life, like my family, my friends, my coworkers? And then learn how to set healthy boundaries with yourself and your divine masculine. Remember, healthy boundaries come from a place of love, a place of this is what I'm willing to accept and not accept. So individuals in your external reality know how to show up. And they come from a place of love and a place of compassion, not fear, not control, and not manipulation, because you're not here to do that. You're here to allow somebody to show up in their full authenticity in terms of where they're at in their journey, by what it is that you're willing to accept or not. Because how your divine masculine is seeing you in relationship to this karmic connection is exactly how you see yourself in your dynamic with your divine masculine. I'm learning to pause and allowing things to be absorbed at the level of the body. And just allowing these things to just integrate into you and allow your body to show the resonance within you so you can really start to understand and start to heal. But the one thing that I had this realization the other day, and I've been on this journey for a while. I giggle because I created the length in terms of how long it's taken me on this journey because I had resistance, because I was unwilling to see certain things. I wasn't following my truth. I was following what the twin flame community said I needed to experience. And a couple of years ago, I started going against everything that I read. I started going against all the things that I had learned on this journey and really started diving within. And I started seeing my divine masculine as me, because he's me in another body. I started seeing us as one being. And that started shifting everything for me. Just because I saw him as one didn't mean that I accepted certain things in my reality. Some of you are still hooking up with your divine masculine, even though he is with a karmic. I'm guilty of it. But I will tell you that is one of the most destructive things you can do for yourself and for this dynamic. Because you're creating this false sense of connection. It's a codependent behavior that's allowing you to settle for breadcrumbs. And one of the boundaries you need to set with yourself is to say, I am no longer going to give my energy, my vital life force energy, my vital sexual energy to anyone that is not worthy of it. That does not create a feeling of me feeling safe, being seen, being held. This embodiment that allows me to step into my full authenticity as a divine feminine. Because you know how valuable that energy is. You know how valuable you are. And you're no longer going to allow this energy from another human being be infiltrated into you and influence how you decide to navigate your life. It's an opportunity, ladies and gentlemen, for you to start seeing and valuing yourself in a more higher aligned way. To know that you are worthy of somebody who loves you unconditionally and is showing up only for you. Because so many of the divine masculines are just treating this like an affair. And that's exactly what it is for a lot of you. And it's a wake-up call. And I know that some of that probably triggers some of you, but I'm sorry, but not sorry, because within the medicine that I share, there's healing. And I'm here to provoke that healing within you for those of you that are wanting to heal yourself within, ascend to a higher level of consciousness and come into union within. But I do this because I know what it's like to be on both sides of the coin. I know what it's like to be chasing to feel like the love that my masculine has, or that I have for my masculine, is outside of me, and not to have that love for myself inside of me. I know what it feels like to just accept whatever I could from him. But one of the things that changed everything for me was when I woke up to the reality of I am in control of my union. I am in control of my union. Hear me out on this one. So a couple years ago, I received a download that the masculine is leading. The masculine is always leading this journey. He always has been. He's leading us in this journey of healing through the experiences that he's having. And by us witnessing and seeing these experiences, it brings deep healing within us. So we can come into union with self. We can come into the more aligned aspect and version of ourselves. We can start embodying our feminine energy and really creating the life we came to desire. And to love ourselves unconditionally. And it's through this journey that we get to do this with them. But when I realized that he was leading, I allowed him to lead me. I became the student. Because I am the one in this lifetime whose my job is to heal. To heal within me, because I know that when I heal myself, I get to create my reality. And I then also get to heal him. I get to heal those around me. But I do this from a place of serving, not from a place to get. Because our intention and the energy that we do things in is everything. It will determine the outcome of what it is that you are creating. And I started taking notes about our interactions. I started reflecting on how did he make me feel about certain things. Where was I triggered? What things is he telling me about his journey? Because if you listen with intention and you truly listen to him, he's going to share with you specific things in terms of his journey. Where is he struggling? Okay, he's struggling here, so chances are you're struggling in that area as well. He's doing this particular behavior. Where are you doing that particular behavior to yourself? Because here's the thing, is we have free will in this journey. We have free will to choose whatever path we want to choose. And what I learned in my journey was the more that I tried to control this journey, and I was trying to force things, I was trying to lead it, which is all masculine energy, the more my masculine practiced his free will. His free will of going from karmic to karmic to karmic to karmic to karmic. And I'm not saying that's what my masculine did. He didn't go through that many karmics. But here's the thing that came through not too long ago was, if you're going to fall into that trap of he needs to clear all this karma with these women in order to come back to you and come into union with yourself, with you, there's a whole long list of karmics lined up in his energetic field, in his timelines, that he could go through until you realize that this dynamic is here to help you and that you are in control of your journey and being like, no, you know what? This is the last karmic. This is the last karmic because I'm going to learn from this woman or this man just as much as he or she is learning from them. And I'm realizing I need to I'm just saying he for sake of ease, but I also do know that some of us feminines are also in a male body and some masculines are in a female body. So just use this in relationship to your journey. Because we need to say, no, I'm no longer going to allow this to happen. This is the last karmic. Because I am going to be in control of my journey. Because I am going to come into union of self. And you do it from this energy and this place of unconditional love. Everything is about intention in your energy. Everything. Because you no longer want to have pain and suffering in your journey. You want this journey to be filled with ease and grace and compassion, and love for yourself, but also love for this journey, because some of us are playing into this trap of this pain and suffering because that's all that we know. We don't know what it's like to navigate through life in a beautiful way, to look at things from the higher perspective and an understanding of, okay, he's going through this, so I can learn this. That's exactly how I look at things. I don't get caught up in, oh, he needs to go through this because this is what he has to learn. No, because you're wasting your time, you're wasting your energy in understanding his journey. And the only journey you need to understand is yours. And to understand how this dynamic is here for you to heal as much as it is there for him to heal. Because the level of healing that occurs through this dynamic is vast and it is deep. And part of the healing journey too is to not only have compassion and unconditional love for your divine masculine, because you have that for yourself, but to have that for her, that karmic as well. And I can see some of you, I can feel some of you shaking your heads going, there's no way I could have unconditional love for her. But part of our journey as twins is to bring down these codes of unconditional love into the planet and to embody these to bring healing, not only to ourselves, but to those around us. And so where is it that you can continue to learn to unconditionally love others? And what a more beautiful journey than to learn to unconditionally love somebody who is with your beloved, the person that you desire to have this connection with. But also too, to learn to give thanks to her. And to appreciate all that this human being is doing for you and your dynamic. Like, I look back and I give so much gratitude to all of those that helped him on this path and that helped me heal aspects of myself. And the willingness for this soul to be able to say, I'm going to be with this person despite the fact that I know that he loves this other human being. And to journey on this journey with us so we can become the human being that we are meant to be in this life. We can't figure out what they're doing and why they're in this dynamic with us because that's not our concern. They have their own path they need to follow. They need to follow their own journey and go through what it is that they're here to experience, because they're here to experience this for their specific reasons. We just need to focus on ourselves. We become aware of what's coming up. And then we turn within and say, how is this surfacing in my reality? Why is this here? What is this here to teach me? What part is being called to be seen and healed and integrated so you can become the version of you that you've always known that was in you? And I know that this can be a very, very triggering and very, very sensitive subject for a lot of people, because I remember the first time a week after my divine masculine and I broke up, and I didn't even know I was on a twin flame journey at this time. When I saw photos of him with another woman, my heart sank. I was crushed. And then a couple weeks later, I saw them together. I was crushed even more. And yet, all of this brought me deep healing. And it forced me to see aspects of myself. And it helped me step into my power of who I am. And no longer willing to play small for anyone, even if that means it triggers my divine masculine. Because I am here to create my own reality. I am here to create the life that I desire. I'm not waiting for him to give myself the life that I've wanted. I'm giving that to myself. I create my own happiness. I create my own love for myself. I've learned that I am the most important person in my life. The one thing, though, that I do want to share about the karmic connections is, and I'm being reminded of, is that sometimes there is divine intervention that happens, you know, where God and the universe are going to step in and they're going to start like putting him into certain situations for him to grow. You know, like, yes, like I said, that there might be a line of karmics that they could go through. But there also is a time too where I believe God and the universe steps in and says, enough is enough. You are no longer going to run from this. You're going to sit with this and you're going to go through this. And with that case, there are certain things that need to be played out before they can actually leave that connection. And to trust in the timing and the knowing of the divine masculine. Because believe it or not, divine feminines, the divine masculine knows the perfect time of when union will occur. And if you are saying that your divine masculine isn't ready for a union, it's because you're also not ready for a union. And if you're out there looking for a soulmate or entertaining other people, and you haven't committed yourself fully to this dynamic, then your divine masculine is going to continue to do the same thing. They're going to entertain other people. They're not going to be fully committed to this dynamic. So where is it that you need to commit to this dynamic? Where is it that you need to commit to yourself? Where is it that you are going to commit to say, I no longer am willing to do this? And to say, I am now going to start choosing differently. I'm going to start choosing a different path. Because here's what happens too, is that we choose timelines that are very similar to the current timeline that we're on. So if you think about, you know, there's multiple dimensions that we are experiencing. And within our dimensions, there's various events that could happen. So oftentimes we worry about, oh my gosh, what happens if I choose the wrong thing? What happens if I choose this and that's not the right thing? Well, guess what? Anything and everything that could ever happen in your life has already occurred. And you just align and choose the next step in your journey, the next timeline. Oftentimes we feel called to choose a timeline very similar to the one that we're on. So there's just a small change because it's all we feel safe doing, because that's just the level of inner work that we've been doing. And in this dynamic, I learned that I had to choose a different timeline, one that was farther away than any other timeline that I had, because every timeline that I was choosing on this path kept me in separation, kept him choosing other women, kept me in the third party dynamics. And once I chose differently and I dove in head first into my healing by allowing him to lead me and trusting that he was leading me to all the experiences that I needed to heal within me, because guess what? Believe it or not, he sees in you the things that you can't see in yourself. So that amazing woman that you want to be, he already sees that. And he knows exactly what you need to do to help pull you into that woman. So allow him to lead. Be willing to be the student and make it your job to heal yourself. I know some of us juggle full-time jobs and healing, and it can be really challenging. But what are some of the things that you need to say no to in your life in order to make yourself the primary focus in your journey? Do you need to say goodbye to certain friendships? Do you need to say goodbye to certain habits like going out and drinking or staying up late and numbing yourself, trying to find this satisfaction within you that's like you're looking outside of yourself versus looking inside of you. You know, what other habits do you have, you know, that you need to break? What boundaries do you need to set? And really get serious about your journey. Because when you do, your journey about coming into union of self, you will see these realities and dynamics fall away. Because the more that you can build trust in yourself, the more that you're going to trust in your masculine. And the only reason why you don't trust in yourself is because you've trusted in others at times when you shouldn't have, and you've gotten hurt. And so therefore you're not trusting in others because you actually don't trust in yourself in order to do what's necessary to prevent certain things from happening. And so utilize this dynamic that you are in right now with your divine masculine as an ultimate healing, allowing you to ascend to a higher level of consciousness. And to start listening to your own truth and your own remembrance about this journey. And what stories are you caught up in that the community of twin flames keeps you playing out? Because you are in control. You are in control of union. But here's the thing that I want you to remember is when you think of it that way, think of it from the aspect of union of self. Because when you come into union of self, the chances of you coming into union, physical union, are greater. And when you come into union of self, you are doing things for you. And then once you're in union of self, you live your life. You let go. And you trust and you surrender to what it is that the divine masculine knows. Because he knows the time to take action. He knows exactly when he should reach out. He knows exactly what it is that he needs to do. And he also knows that there are things that need to be completed in his reality before he takes action in your dynamic. And one of the things that's coming to my mind is, this was coming up in a conversation with somebody the other day, was, you know, oftentimes we see the divine masculine go from relationship to relationship to relationship. And sometimes he hasn't finished out one relationship before he moves on to the next. And I remember seeing this in my divine masculine in the very beginning. Because that's how we were connected. He was with another person. He was on his way out of that relationship, but then I came in, and as soon as I came in, then he broke it off with her. And that's exactly what happened when we were ending our relationship. And I got so mad at him. So mad. I wasn't mad at him. I was mad at myself because that's exactly what it was that I was doing. I could look back at numerous relationships that I was in, and I could see myself so unhappy that I was staying in that relationship for convenience until I could find someone else. But usually what was happening was I was already emotionally and mentally cheating on that person. And so it brought this deep level of healing. So the masculines are called to start union in a different way than they've ever experienced before. So some of them are being called to completely finish the cycle that they are in completely before they can start a new cycle fresh with you. And so just trust in your masculine, trust in yourself, trust in this inner knowing that you have. And lean into whatever resonance came through this message and through this video. Lean into that. Explore that part of you. Explore your truth. Follow that truth. Follow that inner knowing that you have. Because that is going to help guide you on your path. Because I don't have all the answers. You have all the answers, and I want you to help you remember that. But I also want to be able to help you come back to you. Come back to the feminine aspect of you. And to be in control of your journey, of your destination. Because through our thoughts, through our actions, through our beliefs, through our everything, we're here to create our reality. And so my friends, I'm sending you all so much love and light, and so honored to be able to share this with you and to help you understand these connections, because all I want to be able to do is give you some understanding so you can really start creating a solid foundation in your journey as a twin flame. And it doesn't mean that your twin flame, your divine masculine, has anything to do with this. This is about you and about your understanding of this journey and about how you should be navigating through this by allowing him to lead you. Because by him leading you is teaching you how to step into who you are, to set those healthy boundaries, to allow yourself to understand what you're going to accept and not accept in your reality. And really the list goes on. And so if you're wanting to dive more into this work, I have a couple different ways that you can navigate this journey with me. And I'll leave those down in the description box. One is, for lack of better names right now, the Divine Feminine Twin Flame Circle. So really a support and healing circle for those of us that are on the journey, because I know all too well what it feels like to be on this journey new, or on this journey for a little while and feeling stuck, feeling isolated, feel like no one understands you, and just want to be able to connect with like-minded individuals so you can feel seen, you can feel heard, you can feel supported, all those things right now to help you on this path. And then also too, I have Cultivate Coherence in Your Twin Flame Journey starting on January 4th. It's a 14-week course. It's a live course where over the 14 weeks we'll meet every other week, diving into various aspects of the journey to help you really create a solid foundation in your journey. And this can be for anyone that's on the path that is really struggling and they're not quite sure where to go or how to create, you know, a different reality for themselves and for their twin. And perhaps you're really caught up in some of these stories that are told to us in the twin flame community and caught in that pain and that suffering, because you don't have to. This journey can be really, really beautiful. And I want as many people to be able to see their divine masculine as a reflection of themselves, and to understand that their journey is just as difficult as ours, no matter what it may seem like on the outside. But we shouldn't be fighting with one another. We should be working together with one another in this journey. And so my friends, I'm sending you all so much love and light, and I cannot wait to connect with you in this next video, and look in the near future for a healing video to go with this as well. And I would love to hear from you down below. Don't forget to comment on what resonated with you, what was kind of like an aha moment for you, and where are you needing support on this path. And don't forget to hit the thumbs up, so then that way this video gets connected to other individuals like yourself. And then hit the subscribe button so you don't miss out on a single video. And so my friends, I can't wait to connect with you in the next video, and I'm so proud of you for doing this work.